Hello! It is so great to be here with you today. We wanted to just say thank you for all the hard work you're doing. Where Mooncake wants to say hi to. Hi from Mooncake. Um,
Honey cake.
she loves this. So we want to say thank you for all of the hard work you're doing in lessons. We are trying to make sure that you guys are prepared for high school. Our lessons are in no way here to stress you out or make life complicated and hard. We want to just make sure that we're giving you stuff to do and that you have time to learn it, just like we would normally learn in science.
All right. Yes, thank you guys. Our goal is to prepare you. So have fun with it, especially today with this game that you're going to play.
Game time.
Let's talk about our last exit ticket. So you might have noticed that our points dropped from 7 to 5. So we got rid of the last two questions because we felt like those were the ones that students struggled with the most. So we dropped it down to 5 out of 5, but it is important for you to understand what those last two questions mean and how to analyze data. So we're going to take a look at those. The first one says, there were earthquakes in the past year, but there is low risk of future earthquakes. So if you look up at the map, you'll notice if you look at all of the letters A, B, C, D, E, and F, E has some, you'll see a little red dot, has a dot, which means that there were earthquakes in the past year. But you'll notice that it's not on a fault line, and so that means that there is low risk of future earthquakes. So the answer for that one would have been E. The second question, or I'm sorry, the third one of that section, there were very few earthquakes in the past year, but the earthquake data show that the risk of future earthquakes is still high. So for that particular one, the wording is a little bit messy, and we understand that. But if you look at B, you'll notice that it is on a fault line, which means that it may have had very few earthquakes, but it shows that there is a risk of future earthquakes. It is very high. The risk is very high for future earthquakes. So we wanted to clarify that with you. If you still have questions, please reach out to us, email us, and we can go over it in a Google Meet or something like that.
Yeah. And we also wanted to say we are loving the brain break submissions that we're getting. It's so wonderful. And there's a lot of really creative ones that we couldn't have done in the classroom necessarily. So we did want to tell you guys that if you feel like the lesson is taking a long time, you feel like you don't have time for the brain break, just know that it's there, it's waiting there, and you can do it at any point in the day. So if you are bored and sitting on the couch later in the afternoon, feel free to take that idea and make a creative, wonderful, whatever. So for today's,
we're going to do a TikTok challenge, and Mrs. Berg and I are going to do the put a finger down challenge.
yeah.
So Mrs. Berg, let's put a finger down if you missed your students. Let's put a finger down if you missed seeing everybody at school. Put a finger down if you are staying safe.
You know where I am.
You kind of hesitated. I was a little worried. Put a finger down if you are washing your hands more frequently. And then put a finger down if you enjoy not being dress coded.
PJs
That
for
was our
days.
TikTok challenge. So we look forward to seeing your TikTok challenge, and doesn't have to be a TikTok challenge. It can be like a dance video or whatever. You can Zoom with your friends or however you've virtually chat with each other. But feel free to upload a video and put that into the Brain Break Google form.
And Mooncake is here to say goodbye.
Meow.